Have you ever just said, I'm tired. I don't want to do this anymore? You're right. This is hard, especially in a world that wants us to look the same, act the same, and think the same. But trust me, your greatest act of rebellion is simply being yourself. Sounds easy, doesn't it? But we all know that being yourself is actually one of the hardest things you will ever do. Think about it. Have you ever woken up and felt like all the weight of the world was resting squarely on your shoulders? Have you ever felt the pressure so heavy it was hard to breathe, thinking it was your sole responsibility to be the mama bear? You feel like you have to protect everyone, fix every problem, and keep every heart around you from breaking. Well, if you want my advice, the answer to that pressure is simple. No, you do not have to carry it all. If you feel crushed by a mountain of math homework or suffocated by the expectations your teachers, your parents, or your peers have placed on you, it's okay to say no. It's okay to say, this is too much for me right now. That isn't weakness. That is the power of knowing who you are. Now, let's get serious for a moment. Imagine you're standing in a circle of people you call your friends. But as they laugh and talk, you realize you've never felt more alone. You're the one doing all the work. You're the one making sure they're happy. You're the one performing like an entertainer just to keep them interested, only to be pushed to the side the moment you stop the show. Trust me, we've all been there. There will always be a group in your life that just doesn't get you. They want you to fit into their box, and when you don't, they make you feel invisible. It is exhausting to live life as a character in someone else's play. When you spend all your time trying to be the person they want, you lose the person you actually are. You start to forget what your own voice sounds like because you're too busy rehearsing the lines you think they want to hear. 2 years ago, I was constantly comparing myself to others, making sure to follow trends and impress others no matter what. I was young. I didn't know the difference between being valued and being fooled. I did have good friends, but I never saw what they were worth, and I always ignored the red flags and the cool people that were very visible. I felt that I was so behind that I needed to catch up. And unfortunately, I was one of these people. I was one of the people that were fooled. And when I finally let go, I felt like a volcano of freedom finally erupted. But here's the secret about the power of being different. When you stop trying to fit into the wrong boxes, you finally become free to find the right ones. Think about the relief of taking off a mask that was too tight. At first, the air feels cold. It's scary to show the world your true face, especially when you've been hidden for so long. You might lose some people along the way. In fact, you probably will. But the people you lose while being your authentic self were never really your people to begin with. They were friends with the mask, not the person behind it. Somewhere out there, there is a person, or maybe even a whole group of people who will make you feel like you finally belong. Not because you're doing their work or protecting them, but simply because you exist. They don't want you to be a mama bear or an entertainer, they just want you. They want your quiet moments, your jokes, and even your no's. And even if you haven't found those people yet, do not lose heart. There is support for you somewhere in this world. Your different is a signal fire, and if you keep it burning bright, the right people will eventually find their way to you. Don't let the world blow out your flame just because it's too bright for their eyes. Keep standing in your truth. Keep saying no to the things that have your heart, and yes to the person you are becoming, because the world doesn't need more copies, it needs you. Thank you.